Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is March 7th, Sunday, and this is our first official check-in video for our listing challenge for the month of March 2021. So you can check in down below using the comment section, or you can use the very special thread in our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. You can search for it on Facebook or use the link down below, which is easier to join if you're not a part of the group yet. If you aren't participating in the listing challenge already, you can jump in right now wherever you are. It's fine. You don't have to already have been participating from March 1st to jump in where you're at. You can jump in at any time and join us. The whole purpose of the listing challenge is to hold you accountable for your goals so that you can publicly announce somewhere what you intend to do and other folks see it and it's public and everyone knows what you're doing. It also gives you a place to update yourself and everyone else with how you're doing. Whether you're doing great or you're falling short, it's important to check in and notate where you're at. And then it also gives you a chance to commemorate with others, cheer them on. They can cheer you on. You can support each other when you fall short. You can kind of compare notes and see where other people are strong and where other people fall short and kind of grow with each other as a community. I do want folks to do something a little bit different this week. We've been doing this listing challenge since February this year. So this is month 2, and I want folks to do something just a tiny bit different. I want you to keep track of why you're not hitting your goals if you're not, and if you are, how easy it was and how much free time you have on your hands. I've been talking in these check-in videos about how it's okay to change your goals for 2 reasons. The first being, if you're consistently not hitting them for reasons that are out of your control, if you have obligations with your family or another job, or if you have physical limitations or disabilities that keep you from hitting your goals continuously, then obviously your goals are too lofty. You're never going to reach them, and that's okay. You're just setting them too high for you to reach, but you're disappointing yourself. You're coming up feeling short, and that's not a good feeling to have. And sometimes you just need to take a look at that and say, hey, I can't reach 20 listings a day. It's just not possible with everything going on in my life. The other thing you need to think about, the other side of the coin, if you're continually reaching your goals and they seem too easy, maybe you don't have children or other obligations or any physical limitations, and you say, I'm going to do 5 a day, and you're always doing 5 a day, and you have plenty of free time left over, you're the person that needs to raise them up to 20. So those are the 2 things that I talk about all the time, but now I want you to start keeping track. So on any days that you don't reach your goal, I want you to write down why. Wherever you're keeping track of this, whether it's a bullet journal, scratch paper, notepad, in your phone, if you're one of those that checks in every day in the thread in the Facebook group, which is fine, just to reiterate that, the check-in for this challenge is completely up to you. Some people are checking in once a day. Some folks are checking in once a week when the reminder video comes out on the weekend. Some folks are checking in once a month. That is completely up to you. I think some people are checking in more than once a day, and that's okay too. If you want to check in before lunch and say you're halfway to your goal and you're taking a break for lunch and then check in at the end of the day when you hit your goal, that's fine. Whatever you need to stay motivated, whatever you need to keep yourself on track, I want you to check in 20 times a day if that's what it takes, and I want you to check in once a month if that's what it takes. Whatever you need. That's what I'm here for. That's what the Facebook group is for. That's what the check-in thread is for. So just real quick sidetrack. But wherever you're keeping track of this, every time you don't reach your goals, I want you to write down why. And I want you to be honest with yourself. I didn't reach the goals because I had volunteer time at the kids' school. My dog was sick. I worked 2 shifts at the hospital. I had a bad pain day. It's just not possible with my back. I have physical limitations. Whatever it is, if it's those outside obligations you have no control over, write it down. But be honest, if it's something else, I was fiddle farting around on Facebook. I decided to binge watch all 8 Leprechaun movies. I decided to play World of Warcraft. I was just laying around today playing Candy Crush. I decided to read Stephen King's latest book. Whatever you did and didn't that resulted in you not achieving your goals, I want you to write it down. Whether it was something out of your control or because you decided to fart around, please write it down. Now, if you find that once a week you're fiddle farting around and not reaching your goals, guess what? That's okay. Everybody's entitled to 1 day or 2 off a week. Just make sure that it's not affecting your business, your bottom line, your profits. Make sure your sales aren't going down. Make sure you're not taking so much time off or so many days off that you're affecting your business. If you're fiddle farting around and your sales drop off, you need to stop. But come on, if you're taking 1 day off a week, that's okay. We're all entitled to 1 day of rest or 2. There's a weekend for a reason. Just make sure you're keeping up with what you need to, okay? But if you're farting around 5 days a week, don't fart around 5 days a week. Keep track of this and be honest with yourself. But if you find that it's 5 days a week, you're not reaching your goals because of things that are out of your control, that's when you need to rethink this, okay? But if you find that you're reaching your goals all the time, here's where I need you to be completely honest with yourself as well. Write down, I achieved my goals every single day, and I want you to write down how easy it was. Did you find it to be challenging, medium, or easy? Because there's like 3, right? It was super easy. I blew through it. And I was done before lunch, and I had the whole day to myself. Or it was very, very challenging. I really had to work. I had to work all day, and I met it, and I worked an entire work day, and I had to struggle to do it, but I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And then there's the medium. It was medium. I worked, but I was able to take breaks and balance that with the work, and I got it done. That's kind of where you want to be. You want to say it was challenging, but I was able to take breaks. I was able to go for a walk, take a lunch break, 15 minutes here and there on Facebook, pay attention to my kids, my family, my friends, but still get my work done. You don't want it to be so challenging that it's eating your life and eating your world, and that's all you're doing. But you don't want it to be so easy that you're breezing through it and finishing early every day and having lots of free time. If that's where you're falling, you need to make it more challenging. If you're struggling to get through it every day, you might want to back off a little bit, make it more mediocre until you find that it gets easier, and then you can add more. It does get easier, I promise. Everyone thinks that I'm never going to get faster. It's never going to get easier. It does. If you're new to reselling and you feel like you're struggling and I'm so slow, I'm a snail. Listen, y'all, when I first started with jeans, I was so slow at measuring. It was like a snail race in molasses, okay? It took me like forever. Now I can take a stack of 40 jeans and have them measured in 45 minutes. And I do hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do like 7 or 8 measurements on every pair of jeans. And I can do 40 pairs in 40 or 45 minutes. But when I first started, every pair took like 10 minutes. It was so slow. Like ridiculous, right? And my pictures took forever. And listing took me forever. But you guys, with repetition, things get faster. The more you do something, the better you get at it, the faster you get at it. With repetition grows the ease of doing something, and you get better, you get faster. You will find that, you'll be whipping that measuring tape around in no time. Additionally, make sure you're using templates to list, because that will help with your time. And make sure you're doing all alike. Do all jeans, all plush, all shirts. Don't try to dance around and do, one of this, one of that, because that will make you be slower, especially when you're measuring and doing photos. You can kind of dance around like that when you're listing, especially if you're using templates, but you want to do stacks of alike things. So you will get faster. Don't worry about it. But if you're struggling, back off a little. But if you're easing through this, you need to Ooh, cha-ching. You need to raise the bar a little bit. So that's what I want you guys to do this week. I want you to keep track of, yes, are you still reaching your goals? Or aren't you? My hair, y'all, sorry. But why? Why aren't you? Why are you? How easy is it? How hard is it? And be honest with yourself about that. Okay, we're at the end of the video where I tell you how I'm doing, because I never challenge you to do something that I don't do with you. And then I'm honest with you. I did reach my goals this week, mostly. It was a rough week, though. My personal goals for this challenge were to do 10 new items a day on eBay and to cross-post a minimum of 10 to Poshmark and a minimum of 5 a day to Mercari. And my hopes were to be able to double that cross-posting, because cross-posting is easier than the brand new listings on eBay. Cross-posting is just easier. I use List Perfectly. I use the bulk tool. And listings on Poshmark and Mercari are far easier than eBay, right? I did get 10 new items up a day on eBay. Golf clap. I did hit my goal on Poshmark. Most days I only did 10. There were a couple days I was able to do double, so golf clap there. Didn't hit my Mercari goal. But this was a really rough week. We had a lot going on outside of the home, those extenuating circumstances outside of my control. We were out of the house a lot. We had a lot of appointments. We had a lot of stuff going on that just ate my world and ate my time. And I honestly thought I wasn't going to hit any of my goals this week. I really thought that I wasn't going to get much done this week at all. I did manage to hit the eBay and Poshmark goals. I hit 3 out of 5 days on Mercari. My goals are only for Monday through Friday. I hit 3 out of 5 of the days on Mercari, so I was okay with that. And additionally, I did participate in the Poshmark Closet closeout on Friday, where you can go in and if you drop the prices on your items by 10%, Poshmark will send a shipping discount to the buyers that have historically liked that item. So I did actually get to participate in the closet clear out on Poshmark. And then I went through a Mercari and dropped our prices on every single listing we have on there between Wednesday evening and Friday afternoon. So that took 2.5 days to drop all my prices on Mercari. And that is probably where my time went there rather than cross-posting there. So I'm completely okay with what I accomplished this week. The only place I fell short was Mercari, but I felt like lowering my prices was more important to focus on than putting new stuff up right now. We had 3 or 4 sales on Mercari in 1 week, and prior to that we hadn't had one since October. So I feel like what I did was good. I'm really proud of myself. Everybody give me a golf clap. I'm really proud of myself. It was a really rough week for me and Keith. Very much so going on. I feel like that dog that talks funny. Very much so going on. By the weekend, I was totally exhausted. In fact, we got up yesterday early. We got a bunch of extra work done early, and then we had lunch, and we sat down and started to work on our taxes yesterday. Hey, everybody give us a clap for that. It's not April 14th, and we're already getting ahead working on our books and our taxes. Who are we even here? Keith and I are being proactive on that. But we did get a whole bunch done. We got our books all caught up. Our receipts are in. We got a lot done on our taxes. And I said, well, I'm going to go lay down and read my book for a while. And I passed out. I took a nap. But I always say, you know what? You don't fall asleep if your body doesn't need it. Your body will tell you what it needs. So for those of you with physical limitations and disabilities, I know I've said this to you before, listen to your body. Listen. It will tell you when you need to stop. It will let you know when you need to rest. And if you ever lay down to watch a movie or read and you fall asleep, your body needs it. So we had a really accomplished week. In spite of me falling short on my Mercari goal, I still feel pretty accomplished. I got prices lowered on 2 platforms. I hit all my goals on eBay. We are caught up on our books, and we're almost ready to file our taxes. Like, that is a miracle in and of itself. So we're proud of what we did this week. I hope you are too. Again, you can check in here in the Facebook group, both, as often as you'd like, once a week, whatever you want. If you're not in the group, make sure you join so you can participate in the listing challenge, as well as everything else we do in there. We have participation threads pretty much daily that help us grow our Instagram. We have Posh sharing parties in there. We do a thing with Pinterest that Shelly runs. Thank you, Shelly. We just do a lot of participation threads in there, as well as we have just amazing folks in there. We do have a reputation for being one of the nicest Facebook groups around, full of really great people. So join us over there. It is a really great group. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel so much. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And go be productive. Go make some money. And work on your goals. And don't forget to recharge your batteries this weekend. So important. Tomorrow's Monday. New week, new goals. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all are the best. Bye.